Good evening, welcome to the 7 o'clock English news from the Sultanate Oman Television. First, the headlines. The Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Uzbekistan discussed in Muscat ways to enhance cooperation in the fields of investment, trade and industry. And several Palestinians are martyred in Israeli airstrikes across Gaza Strip. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Dr. Thomas Sulyok of Hungary on his country's National Day. With the aim of strengthening economic and investment relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Uzbekistan, His Excellency Qais bin Mohammed Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, met with His Excellency Laziz Kudratov, Minister of Investment, Industry and Trade of the Republic of Uzbekistan. During the meeting, the two sides discussed ways to develop economic and trade cooperation between the two countries, the promising opportunities in the fields of investment, industry and trade, and the outcomes of the Omani-Uzbek Joint Committee. The meeting discussed cooperation in the fields of transportation, industry, mining and tourism. It also explored the possibility of enhancing, exchanging expertise and building strategic partnerships that contribute to diversifying sources of income and enhancing trade exchange, with focus on activating partnerships between the public and the private sectors. His Excellency Abdul Salam bin Mohammed al-Murshidi, Chairman of the Oman Investment Authority, also met with His Excellency Laziz Kudratov, Minister of Investment, Industry and Trade of the Republic of Uzbekistan, and his accompanying delegation. During the meeting, the two sides discussed prospects of joint action and the promising potential and opportunities that meet the priorities of the Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Uzbekistan. A Human Resources Management Forum kicked off in Salalah under the title Leadership from the Heart. The two-day forum focused on utilizing emotional and social intelligence in the work environment and raises awareness on the role of these soft skills in promising an inclusive and innovative work culture. The event is expected to attract approximately 400 participants. The opening ceremony was held under the auspices of His Highness Sayyid Marwan bin Turki Al Said, Governor of Dhofar. The Higher Education Admission Center announced the results of the first round of allocation for the academic year for 2025-2026. Students who obtained the General Education Diploma and its equivalent for the previous academic year. The center confirmed that the total number of accepted students reached 27,537, noting that the majority of academic seats were filled in the first round, reaching 95% of the total available seats, with intense competition for health and education specializations. The center indicated that the percentage of those accepted for the internal scholarships and grants at private higher education institutions reached more than 41%, while the percentage of those accepted for external scholarships and grants reached 2.3%. The center stated that the accepted students were notified of the results, dates and the mechanisms for registration at higher education institutions, noting that the registration procedures are open starting today until 12 p.m. on Sunday, August 24th. Still to come, a news bulletin. Thousands of sea turtles return to Ras Al Had shore to lay their eggs. Dozens of Palestinians were martyred and many others were injured today in a series of Israeli airstrikes targeting various areas across the Gaza Strip. According to a Palestinian news agency citing medical sources, several Palestinians were martyred and others were injured as a result of Israeli bombing of Abu Sharia area in the Sabra neighborhood in Gaza City. In addition, 8 people lost their lives when Israeli forces struck tents of displaced persons in Mawasi area of Khan Yunis, south of the city. Since early morning, a total of 30 civilians, including 8 aid workers, have been martyred in Israeli airstrikes targeting different areas across the Gaza Strip. 7 people were killed and 17 others wounded in Russian attacks across Ukraine. The Ukrainian authorities stated that Russian missiles hit an industrial area in Kharkiv, east of Ukraine, that killed and wounded several people. The missiles also damaged neighboring residential buildings. The attack occurred hours before the meeting time of the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky with the U.S. President Donald Trump in Washington, D.C. Iran said it's ready to limit its nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief, like it did in 2015 during a landmark deal with the world powers. Following a recent visit by International Atomic Energy Agency IAEA official to Iran last week, Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghai affirmed that in order to build confidence about the peaceful nature of the nuclear program, Iran is ready to take a series of actions provided that the sanctions are lifted. Baghai added that the talks will continue and probably within the upcoming days a new round of talks between Iran and IAEA will be held. The project to rehabilitate the breakwaters in the Niaba of Tiwi in the Wilaya of Sor has reached more than 67% completion with an estimated cost of 2.9 million Omani Riyals. Implemented in 2 phases, the project began with the preparation of designs and technical studies, including topographic and hydrographic survey, geotechnical investigations, and a 3D physical modeling study. This first phase, lasting 6 months, was completed last year. The second phase, spanning 11 months, is currently in progress. Extending along a 5-kilometer stretch of the coastline, the project serves as an attraction point for fishing boats. It is designed to enhance services for artisanal fishermen, supporting sustainable fishing practice and ensuring a steady supply of fresh fish in local markets. Al-Dakhiliya Governorate inaugurated Al Jabal Al Akhdar Park project, built at a cost of more than 1 million Omani Riyals. The new facility, now open to the public, is expected to boost tourism and recreation services in the wilaya. More in the following report.
Al Jabal Al Akhdar is now home to a new public park, opened as the latest addition to its tourism and community landscape. Developed at a cost of more than 1 million Omani Riyals, the project reflects the government's commitment to enhancing public services and providing modern leisure spaces for residents and visitors.
Opening public park in Al Jabal Al Akhdar, which one we are chosen the center of the city, Wilayat Al Jabal Al Akhdar. This park, it will be opening from evening time 4 p.m. until 11 p.m.
Covering 20,000 square meters, the park offers children's play areas, walking tracks, and landscaped green zones that complement the natural beauty of the site. It also includes an open-air theater, prayer halls, and seating spaces, making it a comfortable and family-friendly destination.
This park, they have so many things for giving to the society. There is a walkway and also spaces for grass and sitting areas. for the people who visit Al Jabal Al Akhdar.
Located in Sheikh Qatana, the park is part of wider development initiatives that upgrade public spaces and improve quality of life, in line with Oman Vision 2040. It supports small and medium enterprises, creates opportunities for local businesses, and provides a venue for cultural and social events. This new park is an added value tourism and recreational facility that will enrich visitors' experience and reinforce the position of Al Jabal Al Akhdar as a year-round destination. Reporting from Al Jabal Al Akhdar Park, this is Salih Bukhalfan Al Rahbi, Al Dakhiliya, Governorate.
And finally, all the way to Ras Al Had, where the shows come alive with a remarkable journey of survival. Every year, thousands of sea turtles return to these beaches to lay their eggs, a cycle that has continued for centuries. Ruqayya, take us over to Ras Al Had to witness the story of the turtles.
As the sun dips below the Arabian Sea, Ras Al Jins transforms. The daytime fishermen pack their nets, and the vast stretch of sand becomes the stage for an ancient ritual. Here, under the watchful glow of the moon, the gentle giants of the ocean return home. Past midnight, the beach whispers in shadows. Footsteps soften, voices fade. We walk guided only by the stars and by the promise of a rare encounter. And then she appears, emerging from the waves. She has traveled thousands of kilometers just to return to this very shore where her life began. With deliberate strokes, she digs a perfect chamber in the sand. In the quiet of the night, she lays her future, one egg at a time, a fragile legacy buried beneath the shore. We're accompanied by Ali Al-Aremi, a guide from the Environment Authority, carefully explaining each step of this remarkable nesting process.
Please look now, turtles put in the eggs. Look, we put eggs and put in bing bong. Turtles, you want to wait now 20 minutes. Put in eggs 20 minutes. And finish. Now maybe turtles wait 10 minutes and they close the eggs. Turtles come first time, put in eggs 60 eggs, and big one time 140 eggs. Too many people speak turtles put in eggs 300 eggs, 700 eggs. This is speak wrong. First time put in 60, and big one 140 on one time. And here is this one, green turtles.
Her work complete, she erases all trace of her visit, a mother's way of protecting her unborn young. And as the horizon begins to blush with dawn, she makes the long journey back to the waves. Soon, she will vanish into the depths, not to return for years. The beach is almost empty, but the story isn't over. Weeks from now, tiny hatchlings will rise from the sand and race toward the ocean, beginning a journey that may one day bring them back here to Ras Al Jins.
As the sun rises in Ras Al Jins, a new journey begins. But for these ancient turtles, the journey has just ended. Watching this timeless cycle reminds us how deeply connected we are to Mother Nature and how vital it is to protect it. رقية راشد الخضيري, Sultanate of Oman Television, نيابة of رأس الحد, South الشرقية, Governorate.
Interesting. You're watching the Sultan of Oman Television. Before tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Sultan of Oman and the Republic of Uzbekistan discuss in Muscat ways to enhance cooperation in the fields of investment, trade and industry. And several Palestinians are martyred in Israeli airstrikes across Gaza Strip. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all the crew here, myself, Suhail Kindi, good night.